Do you think you can be saved? Do you think that you're just too far gone for God to even care about you? Well, let's look at Daniel chapter 4 and talk about and analyze what happens to Nebuchadnezzar. All this reached Nebuchadnezzar, the king. At the end of 12 months, he was walking on the roof of the royal palace of Babylon. The king answered and said, "Is this not Babylon the Great, which I myself built as a royal house by the strength of my power and for the glory of my majesty?" While the word was in the king's mouth, a voice came from heaven saying, "King Nebuchadnezzar, to you it is said, the kingdom has been removed from you, and you will be driven away from mankind. And your place of habitation will be with the beasts of the field. You will be given grass to eat like cattle, and 7 periods of time will pass over you, until you know that the Most High is the powerful ruler over the kingdom of mankind, and gives it to whomever he wishes." Immediately the word concerning Nebuchadnezzar was accomplished, and he was driven away from mankind, and began eating grass like cattle, and his body was drenched with the dew of heaven, until his hair had grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like birds' claws. But at the end of those days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up my eyes toward heaven, and my knowledge returned to me, and I blessed the Most High, and praised and honored him who lives forever. For his dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom endures from generation to generation, and all the inhabitants of the earth are accounted as nothing. But he does according to his will in the host of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth, and no one can strike against his hand or say to him, "What have you done?" At that time my knowledge returned to me, and my majesty and splendor were returned to me for the glory of my kingdom, and my high officials and my nobles began seeking me out. So I was reestablished in my kingdom, and extraordinary greatness was added to me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise, exalt, and honor the King of heaven, for all his works are true, and his ways just, and he is able to humble those who walk in pride. For those of you who don't know, Nebuchadnezzar is the man who tried to throw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into a pit of fire because they didn't worship the idol that he made. And now look at him. He's honoring and praising God. And not just that, once he starts doing that, blessings are showered upon him. Glory is given to God, and the reward is there. If your mindset is that you're too far gone from God, you can't go back to him, your sin is too much, I want to tell you that no sin is too much for the man who died on a cross for you.